This is A-level biology, biological molecules, carbohydrates. So, carbohydrates are made from things called monosaccharides, and the two types of monosaccharides are hexosugars and pentosugars. First, we're going to look at hexosugars. So, the two examples you need to know are alpha glucose and beta glucose. The difference between these two is on beta glucose, the hydroxide and the hydrogen group are switched round. Now, the reason why it's called a hexosugar is not because of its hexagonal shape, it's because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons. So yeah, each one of these corners stands for a carbon. Now, the pentosugar you need to know is called ribose, and you may know it from RNA, but it's also a pentosugar. And same as hexosugars, the reason why it's pentosugar is because it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. Now, the way the monosaccharides form to make a disaccharide is through condensation reactions of these two hydroxide groups, leaving behind an oxygen. So that breaks the bond, and to reinstate the bond, you have to add water via a hydrolysis reaction. This then leaves oxygen behind and creates a glycosidic 1,4 bond. The reason why it's called a glycosidic 1,4 bond is because it's on carbon 1 and carbon 4. Now, many monosaccharides form to make polysaccharides, and imagine this long string is all alpha glucose, it's a string of alpha glucose, and it creates amylose, which is starch. Another form of starch is called amylopectin, so this is all still alpha glucose, but it branches off, and at each one of these branches there's an alpha glycosidic 1,6 bond, so you need to remember that. Now, this is glycogen. This is used by animals, and it's got even more branching, which is essential for the high metabolic rate of animals. Like amylopectin, it also has glycosidic 1,6 bonds. Now, the final example is cellulose, and this is used in cell walls by plants. However, this uses beta glucose, and the beta glucose is alternately flipped. The reason for this is because on beta glucose, the two hydroxide groups do not align, so in order for them to align, the beta glucose has to flip round, and then the glycosidic 1,4 bond can form. Cellulose also forms hydrogen bonds between layers, which create things called microfibrils. These are essential for the strength of cellulose and the durability. Thank you for watching. This was Sigma Science.